Hey friends, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. Today we're looking at Overboss for the Steam Nextfest game demo time. By the time you see this demo won't be available, but it is coming out later in the second quarter of 2023, so you'll probably see it soon. The developers is Tavrox Games and Brotherwise Games with the publisher Goblin Publishing. And this may look familiar because this game, Overboss, was originally a board game, and it may also look familiar because this is like the second of the series. The original board game was called Boss Monster, which is actually a board game that I have. It's more like a card game where you draft tiles to make the most alluring but most dangerous dungeon. So you are building a dungeon that is dangerous, and then hopefully there's enough treasures that will attract specific heroes to you, and they will die in your dungeon, and then you're the best villainous boss. In this game, we're shaping the world and bend it to our will to earn the most points. So this game's a bit about teaching you about how to play the game, but also how the game is. So to see maybe if this is something that you might be interested in, either the video game or maybe the actual board game itself. What I always like about the video games is that the video or the computer will automatically determine the points. I don't have to use any brain power at all to think about how many points I've earned at the end of the game. So as you can see here, there's a few things to set up in every match. There are different tiles that will earn you different points. So in this game, we're gonna have camps. So this is based on how many unique camps are on your map, and each camp will have different flag colors. I'll show you that when we come to it. So as you can see, if you have one unique camp, you'll earn 1 point. If you have 2 unique camps, you'll earn 4, and is exponentially larger. Basically, the amount of camps squared. Then you have castles. Castles have a base value of 2 points, and you'll have 2 points if you have vampires. Because you're gonna see, we're gonna draft both a tile and a token, a creature token. We're gonna have graveyards, which have a base value of 1 to 3 points each, and then we'll earn 2 to 5 extra points depending on how many graveyards we have in our entire board. So as you can see, we can select between a 3x4 board or a 4x4 board. We're gonna try 4x4, and we're gonna play with the boss cards. We also have swamps, so it has a base value of 1. You get 1 additional point if it borders water, and 1 point if it borders at least another swamp tile, for a maximum of 3 points. And finally, we have volcanoes, which have a base value of 4, so the most right off the bat. But the problem with volcanoes is that when you place it, it discards all bordering monsters or mini bosses on adjacent tiles. So placing tokens or monsters on specific tiles gives you additional points. So once again, we're going by 4x4. We're playing with bosses, and as you can see in this demo, certain bosses are not available, which is fine. I'm going to play with Cleopatra, although I never use her ability. I never use her, like, they all come with an ability, and they come with a way that scores you additional points at the end of the game. So score +1 for each matching monster on your map. Let's try something that I actually do. I'll do King. I don't like actually King Croak. When drafting this turn, you may take any tile, any token. Well, actually, that's pretty good. So we'll play as Porcus. When drafting this turn's tile and token set, you may take any tile and any token from the market. You'll see how that's important. And at the end of the game, score 1 for each type of monster and mini boss on your map. So each unique type. Okay, so let's jump in. So this part tells you a little bit about how the game works. It's very, actually, the tutorial wasn't bad. It wasn't great though, and they do have this as a nice reminder. But let's look at the map. So it tells you over here all the different tiles you're going to encounter, including one that is in every single match, which are called dungeons. It has a base value of 1 point each, and 1 point for every different type of terrain that borders it. It can't hold monsters or mini bosses, max 5 points. So it'll be 1 point, and if you have 4 different types of terrains adjacent to it, then you'll earn an additional point. So as you can see, these are the camps. We have 3 camps and 1 volcano. This is the tile, this is the creature. So when you draft, you're going to draft both at the same time. Although remember, Porcus has the ability once per game to draft a tile and a monster of your choosing. So what am I going to do? In single player, what happens is when you draft any tile, it will get rid of the topmost tile that's available. So if I take this top one, this one will be removed, and then replaced with 2 more tiles below. If I take the volcano tile, this top row is going to be removed. So let's see. I am going to go for this first. I'm going to put the volcano. And it does kind of matter where I place things, because remember, if we end up deciding to place swamps, we want to place them adjacent to water. So right here, there's no water. Right here, there's no water. There is water here, but in this tile, and the inner sides, obviously, there's no water. So I'm going to place the volcano first. We'll get 4 points. And I'm going to place it in the corner here. And that... As you can see, it got rid of the top, replaced with 2 new ones. Now, there was no creature on the volcano set. It actually came with this portal. And as you can see here, portals, they're not worth any points. And once per turn, I can use the portal to reposition 2 monsters or mini bosses on your map. Because remember, if you put a monster of the matching biome into the spot, like say this volcano guy, into the volcano biome, I'll earn additional points. Also, as you can see here, we earn extra points for every type of the same monster in a line, 2, 3, or 4. So if you can get the same monsters in a line, that would be good. Vertical or horizontal line. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this camp. It doesn't matter really where the camp goes. We'll probably put it in the middle of the map. As you can see, we drafted the tile, we drafted the monster, and now we have to place the monster somewhere. So we can put it in the camp, which will earn us no points, or we put it in the volcano because it's the same biome, and that'll earn us an additional point. Turn is done. Removes the top over there. We have 2 castles over here. Though remember, those are the ones where we want vampires in it. Good. So the question is, where do we want, or what do we want to get? And I think I'm going to go with what's it called? A castle right here. And I will place it right here. There are 2 points. I'll put the vampire into the castle. Great. Let's see what's next. So this is not ideal. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place another camp. Now, notice in the top right is the flag. Remember, we get additional points depending on how many unique camp tiles. And what makes it unique is the flag color. So we have a yellow flag. If I take this one, it'll be a blue flag. The problem is we're going to get a skeleton, and we don't have any graveyards to put it in. So we'll put it over here maybe. And let's see, maybe we'll put the skeleton here. Doesn't earn us any points, but we have to place it. So what are we going to get next? Okay, so this is another camp, and it comes with a swamp unit. Or here's a castle here, and this crystal over here, what that does, as you can see here, is worth 1 point per terrain tile of that crystal's type, and that is volcano type. So that might not be a bad choice. If we can find some more vampires, or I can get 5 points for putting down this camp, although it won't have a matching swamp biome. So we got 5 points there. We'll try to maybe put it there and see what happens. Okay, a lot of camps. Okay, so here's the swamp biome. Here is the camp unit. It's a good question. What do we want? What do we want? I'll do this. Get additional points that way. Let's see. So those are mini bosses, as you can see right here by the number 2 here. So that one you can place in any biome and it'll earn you 2 points. which is sometimes a good thing. Oh, oh no. So here's a fourth camp, but as you can see, it has a blue flag or blue banner. So we will not get any additional points, special points for that. So the question is, where do I want to put, so I don't want, most likely I don't want this tile here. Question is, do I want any of these ones here? And it's a good question. I think I'm gonna put it here. A dungeon gives me 3 points, 1 for the tile itself, 1 for each unique biome adjacent to it. So I got 2 points. Hopefully I can find a third different one there. Here's a mini boss, and I will put that, I don't have any good spots for it, so I'll just put it there, 2 additional points. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's the graveyards. As you can see here, in the bottom right, there's a 3 here. That's how many points is worth right off the bat versus 1. So this one is a better choice for us, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it here to get additional points next to the dungeon. Fantastic. Now the question is, I'm going to put this mini boss here, and now I'm going to use actually the portal, and I'm going to switch places of the skeleton and this mini boss, and that should give us additional points. There we go. That's 3 additional points for that. Great job. So let's see. We have a red flag, we have a blue flag, so we technically don't want those. We could go for another graveyard. It's not the most ideal option. We'll get 1 point plus 2 additional points for having the second set of graveyards. Remember, 0 points for the first one, 2 points for having 2 graveyards, another 2 points, and 5 points. That might be a good option. Or we can go with this swamp, and it'll give us another portal so we can move things around. That might be actually good. Let's try it. Let's put the portal, the swamp here. There we go. And we have a portal that we can use later. Maybe we can find a camp creature. Oh, we could. We can do that. Let's try it. Let's use Porcus's ability. Remember, Porcus's ability allows us to... No, that's not the same thing. Okay, so we'll do it on this next turn. Here. So what we're going to do now, we're going to draft the graveyard because it gives us the camp creature. We'll put it here. It doesn't really matter where we put it. And I'm going to put that creature here. And I'm going to use the portal to switch spots. There. So 2 additional points for matching the proper biomes for the creatures. We got some interesting camps here. We have this purple one, which will complete our set of 4, and we'll get 1 additional point for each of our castle biomes. Or we can go for a camp that will give us another camp creature. I think it'll give us the same amount of points. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what I should do. Both are good options. Both are really good options right now. I think I'm going to go with this one. 7 points. Place it here, and that should give extra points. Yep. I think that gave us more points than the other way. Now what are we going to do? Oh, that's a pretty good one. The reason why that's good is because we already have four camp tiles. This one's really good too because this one has the creature already in it. I'm going to go with this one though. I'm going to put it in the corner though, because if I put that volcano in any of these slots, it's going to remove the creatures adjacent to it. So we'll put it right there. Beautiful. All right. Okay. What are we going to put in next? This might be a half decent option. No, look at that. I kind of like that too. Or there's a lot of good options right now. I think so. I'll go with this. And I'll put this guy in here. Okay. We got another swamp. Swamp would be a good choice, but we don't have anywhere to put this the token. Well, we could put it over here. I'm actually probably going to go with the graveyard to give us extra points plus the extra points with the castles. Beautiful, lots of points. Okay, we only got 2 more tiles to place and get the match will be done. I'm going to get the last graveyard over here. And I'll put this here next to the vampires. Lots of points there. Fantastic. Last turn. Not that. Not. Oh, this great option. So the last swamp will get the 1 point for the tile itself, 1 point for it being next to water, 1 point for it being next to a swamp biome, and then we also get the vampire, which we can put right over here. This actually might be a half decent match today. Well, so let's see. And that's it. Oh, well, that's actually one of my highest scored matches. So I'm glad you guys were here to actually see that. So sometimes I do pretty badly, but this was a half decent match. And if we check the score details, it shows you how it's calculated. So we got 16 points for camps, 12 for castles. We didn't get too much for dungeons and volcanoes, but we got a bit from mini bosses. The crystals gave us quite a bit of points. That was a pretty good match. So that's one. And that should probably give you a pretty good idea of how to play the game. I'm going to do it again. Another 4x4 with bosses. And we'll go with a different selection of tiles. What's different this time is we'll have forests. We score based on the number of forest tiles on your map. It doesn't matter where the forests are. They don't have to be adjacent. It's just you just need to have a lot of them. So if you have 1, only 1 extra point. But if you put up to 5 forests on your map, you'll get 15 points. We got graveyards again. We got summoning circles. This is the one I don't really understand too much. Base value of 1. When placing a summoning circle on your map, you may immediately exchange either a token placed on top of it or a token bordering it. I don't really understand that. The phrasing of that, I don't understand. We also got Cloud Islands. Base points of 7, so the highest base points, but each Cloud Island loses 1 point for every non-Cloud Island type on your map. So you want to have a whole ton of, like you want to have as few different types of biomes if you're doing Cloud Islands. Whether that's possible, we don't know. So, I'm going to switch out summoning circles. We'll do swamps instead. I like swamps. And finally, deserts. Deserts is kind of like forest in that you want to have a lot of deserts, but what's special is that they're only worth points for the longest connected desert tiles. So if we can have 5 deserts linked together, we're going to get up to 20 points. Let's do it. We'll try with a different boss this time. Let's see. Discard. Score 3 for each separate group of exactly 3 tiles of the same terrain type. That kind of sucks. You're only looking for 3. I don't think we want to do that. So we'll probably go with Cerebellus. Discard and then restock all tokens on the market. Couldn't do that once per match. For every 4 or more of the same monster type on your map, score 4. So if we try to stick with the very few biome types, then we might be able to do that. So what do we got? Let's see. So we already start off with a good set. Let's see. What do we want to do? We'll go here. 7 points. We have to place that guy. No extra points for that. Okay, so here we got the what's it called? The deserts right off the bat. We'll place it. It doesn't really matter where we place it. So let's place it right in the middle. We have to place this guy here. Hopefully we can get a portal. We can move those 2 around. I probably should have used his ability right off the bat to discard all the tokens, but that's okay. So we want to stick with as few different types of biomes as possible, so we don't have good options. I think I'm going to go with, let's try this. We got a lot of weird types now. Let's see, so probably either this one or this one? Oh, we'll go with this one. 5 points. If we switch up and have any more biomes, then it's going to get messy. Okay, we're going to go with another desert. Okay, let's see what's next. We'll probably go with the forest, most likely. Yes. We'll go with the forest. And it matches, which is great. What are we going to probably go with the desert next or another? Question is, what do we want to go for? Desert or maybe even a portal? Deserts, I think we're going to keep going for. Okay. Let's see, what are we going to go for next? We're going to go for another cloud. There we go. We can switch something up right now if we felt like it. I'm not too sure if there's something we would want to switch it with. See, the thing is, oh yeah, if I switch this one and this one, then it'll still get the creature bonus. So I'm going to try that. There we go. End turn. What do we got next? Forest. Let's see. Let's see. Should we go for that or that? I think we're going to keep going with the sand. So the question... Oh, I'll put the sand up here. The reason why I did that is because I can put the swamp creature next to each other, getting extra points. Let's see. We're not going graveyard. It'll probably be a forest that we'll do next. Question is, what forest? I think I'm going to put another forest here. And the reason why I do that is I'll have another forest creature in this top line. 3 extra points. Yeah, that's good points. We missed out on the portal, which could be helpful. Oh, hello. Ah, damn it. So the question is, where do we want to put this guy over here? Ideally, we would want the desert here, but this would make it 5 deserts, and we won't get any bonus points for that. But then we get 4 points, I think, 4, maybe 7 points for having the 4, what's it called, swamp creatures there. Okay, I don't know. Let's try this. I'm gonna put it here. 8 points. Look at that. 8 big points. I'll put that there. Hopefully I can get something, another swamp creature right there. What do we got? Oh. Huh. Huh. Oh, I know. I'll put that here. And I'll put that here. Here we go. So we got extra points for that. End turn. Okay. If I do this one, I can get the 4, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Let's do this for now. And maybe this. I don't know. That's not a good spot at all. Come on. We need another swamp creature. Oh, here, perfect. 5 points. Right here is going to get a whole line here. Plus we'll start going down as well. Nice, 4 points. 2 more tiles and then the match is done. Let's see. Oh, this is really bad. The reason why this is really bad is because this will be a different type of biome than what we've placed, reducing the points for all of these cloud ones. So we basically have to choose between, are we going to go swamp or are we going to go graveyard? So I think we're going to go graveyard because we'll be earning more points overall, I believe. Let's place that here. Put it there, so at least we get the link right there. Okay. If we put another forest, then I could do something. Could do some shenanigans. What type of shenanigans would I do though? I would get 5 additional points for the forest, for having 5 forests, and then I can move something around. I don't think there's anything I want to move here. I could maybe move. Yeah, I can move that there and I get the 3. That might be the best move. I think that's the best move right now. Let's do it. 5. And now I'm going to use this last portal. I'm going to switch spots of this guy, and I'll make a 3 of sandworms, and then it'll just move spots for the matching forest guys. Yeah, 7 points. Yeah, that's a good move. And we did not use your ability. How do we do? 84. Not bad. Okay. Well, that is Overboss. I'm going to end the episode right here. I hope that gave you a good idea of how to play the game, what it's about, and you know, it's pretty fun. Very quick, you know. I don't know how long that took, maybe 20-25 minutes for 2 matches, but very fun, you know. And obviously, if you like this game, it'll be coming out in the second quarter of 2023. There's an existing board game. I imagine this game is about $40 Canadian ish. And what I always like about these video games is that the computer automatically calculates the score for you, so you don't have to think about it. And these days it's much easier to play with your friends online. You can always play with them on Discord. You can play with them on Steam to show them the game. But yeah, this is Overboss. Once again, a tile drafting game where you recruit monsters and build your dungeon and become the best boss. Thanks for joining me. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on video games, board games, and other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.